Welcome to YOGATX. My name is Savannah, and today we are practicing in a tree house. How neat, right? I love it. Anyways, today we're going to be focusing on yoga for everybody. So really, yoga is for everybody. If there's any way that we can make it more accessible to y'all, please let us know. Today we're going to be focusing on how to loosen up your hips, hamstrings, and IT bands. So today I have with me two helpers, as in blocks, and then a strap, which can be a scarf, a towel, a really long t-shirt, long sleeve preferably. If you don't have blocks, you can use water bottles that are sturdy. You can use blocks or maybe even a chair. So with that in mind, we'll set our props, our little friends, to the side, and let's just grab our strap in hand. And we'll come all the way down onto our backs. Allow the knees to be bent so that the feet are flat. That way the lower back has a little bit more choice in how it wants to lay itself down on the mat. And go ahead and get nice and comfy. Bring both hands to your belly, and before we even start moving, we're gonna check in with the more subtle part of ourselves, so our breath. How are we breathing? Most of the time, if we have a short breath, that alone can turn on our fight or flight mode and cause our muscles to tighten. So wouldn't that be nice if we could just extend our exhale and loosen up that way? We'll start and just see. As you breathe in, let it come into the belly, in through the nose, fill up the ribs. As you exhale, let the belly fall back towards the spine. Let the area around your collarbones relax and soften. Funneling the breath in through the nose, filling up the belly. Feeling it rise up into the ribs, into the chest. Starting your exhale at the bottom of your belly, drawing the navel in, feeling the ribs relax, and the chest release. Letting the breath wash in like a wave through the nose, filling the belly, the ribs, the chest. And then letting it wash back out from the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Just take 2 or 3 more rounds of breath, focusing on the length of our exhale. Allow your hands to come alongside the hips. Notice that arch in your spine right now, and we're going to see if we can keep the integrity of our spine, how it's naturally shaped, with us as we move. So as you breathe in, let the belly fill up. And as you exhale, draw the belly in, lift the right foot up, but try not to let it change the shape of your spine or shift your hips. So it'll really take some deep core muscles. As you inhale, relax the foot back down on the floor. Exhale, draw the navel in. Don't let the hips shift. Slowly lift up the left foot. Continue that with your breath, inhaling to lower, letting it last long. Exhale, drawing the navel in, lifting the right foot, watching any shifting of the hips, any changing of shape in the lower back. Breathing in, lowering down, continuing as you exhale. So as we do this, what are we doing, right? We're warming up our hip flexors. We're also engaging our deep abdomen so that there's less pressure on the lower back. When we have tight hips or hamstrings or IT bands, the lower back can be taxed quite a bit. So I'd be curious to see if doing this would make your lower back feel better too. Let's take it one more time. Exhale, navel draws in, left foot lifts. And go ahead and release the feet down. Now as we breathe in, lift up both feet, keep the knees bent, lift the arms up overhead. Maybe the lower back flattens here. That's perfectly okay. As you exhale, relax the heels towards the hips, relax the hands towards the ground. As you inhale, think of the back of your body getting really long, shoot up through the heels, lift the arms over your head. If the feet tremble or if the legs tremble, bend the knees a little bit more. Exhale, draw the belly in, let the heels relax, the hands come back down. With your breath, inhale, lengthen up, reach overhead. Start your exhale by drawing the navel in. Pull the hands down, let the heels relax down. One more round, inhale. And exhale, release both feet down. Grab your little strap friend. And we're going to wrap it around the right foot. Go ahead and take it around the foot. Make sure your toes are flexed. And see where your toe is pointing. So if your toe is pointing to the right or to the left, see if you can just center it for a moment. Bend the knee. And as you breathe in, lift up through the heel. As you exhale, turn from the top of the leg, from the hip, the toe towards the top left corner of the mat. So maybe you already feel something here. You can pause here and be with your IT band here. Or you can let that left knee drop in towards the center line and allow that right leg to cross the midline. Whew, that's a lot. Take a breath in. As you exhale, draw the navel in. See if there's anywhere else you can relax. Can you release the fingertips? Maybe you release the strap. Maybe you're needing to hold on to it. Whatever allows you to feel most secure. Keep rotating from the hip, turning those toes all the way towards the back left corner of the mat. Then go ahead and inhale, pivot the toes back towards center. Hover the heel right over the hip. And as you exhale, unloop that strap. Release the foot back down. We'll go for the left foot now. Wrap it around. Point the toes directly behind you, straight. Bend the knee first. As you breathe in, press up through the heel. As you exhale, turn from the hip joint, the toes towards the top right corner of the mat. So you might have to manually assist your leg to get it there. Again, this is really intense. See if you can press up through the balls of the feet so that the toe doesn't drop down. Still pressing up. Maybe this is enough here. Pause here and breathe. If you'd like to add a little bit more, that right knee can come in towards the midline. Maybe that left foot crosses the midline towards the right. There's a lot of sensation here. See if you can go beyond the sensation and search for the breath. Allow your breath to overpower whatever you're feeling, unless it's pain. Then the breath is telling you something. Slow your breath in and extend your breath out. Pivot the toes back through center. Hover the heel over the hip. Unloop the foot out of the strap. Release that foot down. Lift the arms up and overhead as you breathe in. Widen the feet out. And as you exhale, turn the knees, windshield wiping them over towards the right. Inhale up through center. Exhale, turn them towards the left. Draw the navel in. One more round, inhaling up through center. As your exhale starts, the knees begin to roll over towards the right. Big inhale up. And slow inhale to the left. Go ahead and roll all the way over towards the left. Press yourself up to a tabletop pose. And we'll meet each other with our wrists underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. Make sure your blocks are somewhere within reach at the top of your mat. Spread throughout the fingers. Draw the navel in and send the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Notice if that hip lifts up at all and becomes higher than the left side. If that happens, see if you can lower it down. As you inhale, lift the heel up. And as you exhale, draw the navel in. Bend the knee, draw it towards your nose. As you inhale, keep the lower abdomen firm. Shoot the heel out, flex the toes. Exhale, draw it underneath you. Knee to nose. One more round, inhale. Exhale, underneath. This time as you inhale, shoot it straight back. Lower the toes down onto the mat and bring them beyond the left foot. So over to the side of the left foot so that you can feel a stretch alongside your body, maybe even the outside of your legs. So depending on where you feel it, that's where you'll be focusing. Flex the toes. Draw the chin in towards the chest as if you were holding an egg, and take deep breaths into your belly in between the points of your ribs and your hips to make space. As you exhale, draw the navel in. 2 more breaths in. Press evenly through the hands. Keep reaching. Maybe you can wiggle that right foot over a little bit further. And then draw that right knee back underneath the right hip. Draw the belly in. Keep the lower abdomen firm. Shoot the left leg out. Keep that left hip drop down. Lift up through the left heel. Press evenly through both hands. Take your breath in here. Breathe into the upper back. As you exhale, draw the navel in. Bend the knee. Draw it underneath you toward your nose. Inhale, lengthen out without losing the strength of your lower abdomen. So instead of just flailing the leg up, can you keep it controlled and lengthened? Exhale, draw it in. 1 more round. Inhale to extend. Tuck the chin in to extend the sides of the neck. Exhale, draw it underneath you. Shoot the left leg back. Slide it across the outside of the right foot. Press evenly through both hands. Lengthen through the upper back, through the neck. So instead of rounding down, can you glide the shoulder blades down your back? Draw the chin in. Take a breath into the belly between the space of the ribs and the hips. Exhale, draw the navel in. 2 more breaths. Evenly through the hands. Notice where the weight is shifting between your 2 hands and your knee. Gently draw it back. Separate the knees about hips width apart. Take a breath in to lean forward. Untuck the toes. Draw the belly in as you breathe out. Send the hips back. Forehead and forearms down towards the mat. Inhale, lengthening up with the breath in. Keeping the lower abdomen firm. Tucking the chin in. Exhale, drawing the belly in a little bit further as you send the hips back, forearms and forehead down. 1 more breath in, shifting forward, finding length in the spine. As you exhale, drawing the belly in, relaxing the hips and the forearms down to the mat. Now go ahead and walk the hands up. Find your 2 blocks. And you're going to want them about shoulder width apart for this. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up, keep the knees generously bent. So if we have tight hamstrings, I'll show you what it looks like when we try to straighten the legs. If we straighten the legs, our lower back will actually round down. If we bend the knees and tilt the tailbone up, we can get a little bit of length through the hamstrings and keep the natural curve of the lower back. Relax the chin down, pedal the legs out, keep that tailbone tilting up. Then softly step that right foot forward, right underneath your chest, lower that left knee down. Flip your hair back if you need to. Get it out of your face. Heel toe that foot forward, draw both hands down onto your blocks, onto the highest level. Press down through the blocks, tuck the back toe, and gently rock that right hip back. Let the toes flex off the mat. Take a breath here. So if a part of your body is yelling at you, those would be your hamstrings, and we're going to see if we can soften their voice with our breath. Maybe we soften their voice by softening our knee. And then go ahead and draw that left block back, or whatever you're using to support yourself, whether it's a chair, water bottle, book. Inhale the right arm up. And say, hello, IT band. Keep those toes flexed. Keep that right hip rocking back. And as you exhale, lower the right foot flat on the mat. Take a bend in the knee. Drop the hips down. Inhale the arms up. Allow the palms to face each other. And exhale the hands down. Go ahead and step the right foot all the way back in line with the left heel. Pivot the left foot behind your left knee. Find your support system on the left side. As you inhale, peel that right arm up. Bring it alongside the ear. Reach as far as you can from your fingertips all the way down to the knife edge of your foot. And as you exhale, release the hands down. And bring the right hand onto the right side of your leg. Inhale the left arm up and reach over towards the right. Relax both hands down on the ground. Come onto your knees. We're going to step the left foot forward. Use your support system to press up. Step the right leg out to the side. So that left knee is going to balance over the left ankle. It's going to want to shoot forward, but see if you can draw it back. Bring both hands to your heart. Press your ribs back to stack over your hips, long spine. If you want to take it one step further, give the inner thighs something to chat about, you can peel the right toes off the mat. Maybe you sit back even deeper. Inhale up. And as you exhale, pivot the feet all the way to the other side of the mat. Lower the left knee down. Find your 2 blocks. Set them up with you. Take a breath in. Lengthen up. And as you exhale, place the hands down onto the blocks. Draw that right hip back. Lay down into it. Find some length. Inhale forward. Lift the arms up. And exhale, rock back one more time. And we're going to do something real quick. We're going to switch our feet. Because we already did that side. So now we get to do a little extra on the left side as well. A little extra never hurt anyone. Drop the hips down, take a breath in, open the arms out. Exhale, relax the hands down, draw the left hip back. Flex the toes off the mat. See if you can really pull them back towards your forehead. Take a breath there. Exhale, lean forward. One more time. Take a breath in, lift the arms up. Exhale, rock the hips back, peel the toes up. Here's when we move that right block forward a little bit. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Notice which side is a little bit more tolerant and a little bit more tense. Take a breath in and out. And lower that left hand down. Take a lunge forward. Send the left foot back behind the right foot. And then pivot that right heel behind the right knee. Press down into the right block. Inhale, peel the left arm up. Bring it alongside the ear. Stretch far and wide from the pinky finger all the way down to the pinky toe. See how long you can really make yourself as if your arm was a measuring stick. And then release both hands down to the ground. Left hand onto the left side of the leg. Inhale, peel the right arm up. Stretch the right side of the body. Maybe you arc over towards the left foot. Release both hands back down onto the ground. Take a bend into the left knee. Step the right leg out. And then bend into the right knee. Stretch the left inner thigh. Peel the chest up. Stack the knee right over the ankle. Find that alignment. Press down through the big toe for balance. I know leaning the hips back might make you feel like you want to flop back off the mat. So find the balance between your thumb and your chest. Maybe the left toes peel off the mat. Drop the hips back. Inhale up through center. As you exhale, bend the knees, pivot the toes out in both directions. Bring both hands to your thighs and just rock here for a second. How do you feel? Better, I hope? We did a little extra on the right side, but I'll just give that to you for free. Pivot the toes in, take a fold forward, wide-legged forward fold. Drop the hands down towards the mat. Sit the hips back. Bring one hand, the left hand, towards the middle of the mat. Hold your hips steady with the right hand. Keep them level. And as you inhale, pivot the upper body to take the gaze beyond the right shoulder. And then release the right hand down. Place it exactly where the left hand was. Left hand onto your lower back. Pivot the upper body towards the ceiling. Roll the left shoulder away from your ear. Take a breath in. and out. Bring both hands down to the ground. Now straighten the legs. Inhale, peel the right arm up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, left hand peels up. And exhale, release. Walk the feet together, point the toes out, drop down for our best friend Malasana squat pose. If you have trouble with Malasana squat pose, you can grab one of your blocks and put it right underneath your hips so you can really hang out here. I could be here all day. Give yourself a little challenge. So maybe you lower it, or maybe you bring it all the way down out of your way. Go ahead and spread the arms out wide. Press the back of the arms into the inner thighs and see if you can open up your hips just a little bit more. Draw the chin in, lengthen up through the spine. And then release the hands down. Step your block out from underneath you and lower all the way down onto the ground. Maybe you need to swim your hands behind you to get there. Kick your legs out. Extend the left leg. Step the right leg right on top of the left leg. We'll take a hug around our left, with our left arm, around our right leg. Use your right arm as a pillar in this pose. So press down for length in the spine, and you can even pivot on your thumb to open that right shoulder up a little bit more. Let's go ahead and flex the left toes. Take a breath into the left side of your body. Exhale, draw the belly in. Hold the breath out as you twist just a little deeper. And then inhale forward. Kick that right leg out. Give the legs a little shake. Bend the left knee. Step that left foot over the right foot. Flex the right toes, draw them all the way back towards the forehead. Right arm hugs around the left leg. And instead of torquing the spine, see if you can use your core strength to twist. Press down through the left hand, take a breath in. And as you exhale, draw the belly in, begin twisting. So what does it mean to use your core strength to twist? That means if you let go of your arms, you could still have that twist. That means you have the support for the lower back. You're not torquing somewhere that your body can't naturally hold. You can pivot on that thumb to open up the left shoulder a little bit more. Taking a full breath in. And out, drawing the navel in, holding the breath out to twist a little deeper. Inhaling forward, extending the legs out, giving them a little bit of a shake. And then let's go ahead and pull the soles of our feet together so that our heels touch and the balls of our feet touch, but our big toes are flaring away from each other. So always starting at the foundation, building the pose up from there. We'll bring both of our hands around our feet, clasping the fingertips. Press down through the knees, through the outer thighs. Energize the outer thighs so that the inner thighs can start to open up. If you know that you have really tight hips, and that's why you're doing this video, you can grab blankets or towels or blocks and put them underneath the knees so that the joints aren't just hanging in space. There's some support there. Flare the toes out, plug the heels together, roll the shoulders away from the ears, lift up through the sternum. Take one full breath. Release it all out. One more breath in. And a long, long breath out. Draw the belly in, begin bending the elbows, rounding the forehead towards the toes. Lifting up as you breathe in. Maybe moving your blocks to the side. We'll send that right leg behind us. And the left foot will come in close contact with the right leg. And we'll just take a little twist over towards the left. You can pause here if this is enough for you, or if you want a little bit more, you can walk the hands away. You can use your blocks to lower your forearms down. And if your forearms lower down, or if they are lowered down, if that's the position you choose, you can draw your thumbs together and use them to support the bridge of your nose. This will allow the back of the neck to relax. Turning back in towards the breath. It's easy to get drawn away by our grocery lists and to-do lists, but the breath is what gives you the power to stay here and to be here. When we're doing any type of yoga, it's really important to stay here and to be here because this isn't a one-way street. We're opening up the communication between our body and our mind. Our mind isn't just overpowering our body. So you want to be able to listen to what our body is telling us as we practice and honor that. Begin walking the hands back towards your hips. Allow the hips to sling over towards the left. If you used a block, bring it right on over. Give your body a little twist towards the right. And begin to walk away from yourself as you're ready. Now this side might be different, so make room for that observation. Don't just assume that this way should be a certain way. Give it the same fresh lens that you gave the other side. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Press down through the forearms if they come onto the ground. Otherwise, you can press down through the fingertips or the palms. Come right back towards the breath, drawing it in through the nose, down the sides of your ribs, towards the point of your hips. Then as you exhale, drawing it back. And drawing the navel in, feeling it flush up out of the ribs, out of the chest, and out of the nose. Stay with your next 4 rounds of breath. Gently press up. Pivot back through center. Pull both of your feet together. And we'll try one more pose. Now this is a really big pose, so find your support system. Parallel the front foot, the right shin, to the top of the mat, or the side of the mat, whichever way you're facing, and we'll stack the left foot on top of the right knee. So this block, or maybe your hand is supporting, is there to catch that knee so that it's not so intense. You can also put a blanket underneath your seat to rise your hips a little bit higher than the knees. Sometimes that gives you some more support where you might need it. Now after a couple breaths, you might decide that you want to try it without the block. The goal is to have both of our shins parallel and stacked on top of each other. And the goal is also to open up the leg from the point of the hip, not the knee. So if you feel the knee rotating, lessen the intensity of the stretch, rotate outward with the hip. You can do this manually by grabbing the skin off the thigh, rotating it away from you, and then lowering the knee as you need to. Let's take a couple breaths here. Wherever you're at is a great place to be because you're here with us, with your breath. Flex both feet for one last breath. And then release. And bring the left shin down onto the mat. Make sure it's nice and parallel to the top or the side of the mat. Stack the right ankle on top of the left knee. And again, this side might be different, so put the block or a blanket, a towel, whatever you have in between to fill up the space. Rotate from the hip, grabbing the skin of the thigh, rotating it outward. Holding that down with the palm towards the knee, but not on the knee. Flexing the toes. And breathing. Maybe closing the eyes if that helps you. It certainly does help me. Even from your lower back, can you tilt the pelvis forward to keep that natural arch of your spine? Flexing the toes for one last breath. And as you exhale, release. Coming back to an easy seat and noticing how does it feel to sit in this seat. I know this is referred to as Sukhasana, and we talk about that translating into easy pose, but for most of us, this isn't a very easy place to be. So with some yoga, maybe we can get towards this. This isn't the goal by any means, but the goal is for you to have some ease in your body. So if we can just bring that to you, then we've done our job. If you'd like to explore more of our exclusive content, you can find us on our website at YOGATX.org. I myself will be releasing a 1-hour flow in September. So go ahead and keep your eyes out. And from here till then, feel free to comment. Let us know how your practice is going, what we could do for you, any suggestions for videos. We are all ears. Namaste, friends. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Have a great one.